Leading the SUNY Oswego 2023 December Commencement Procession is the Mace Bearer. The mace is a symbol of authority and of the importance of this event. The Mace Bearer, Elizabeth Dunn-Schmidt, Professor of Economics and Chairperson of the SUNY Oswego Faculty Assembly. Mace Bearer are retirees: Michael Pisa, Associate Director, Campus Technology Services; David Bozak, Associate Professor, Computer Science and Psychology; Saeed Atri, Professor, Economics; the undergraduate candidates in gold gowns are summa cum laude honor students. They have achieved SUNY Oswego's highest recognition for their dedication, their academic preparation, and their outstanding overall grade point averages. Now entering the Convocation Hall are undergraduate candidates for degrees from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. The College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is the largest academic division in SUNY Oswego, boasting 18 academic departments, 15 interdisciplinary programs, 5 graduate programs, and several certificate programs, providing a learner-centered community committed to high intellectual standards. The university offers more than 40 undergraduate majors in subjects ranging from American Studies to zoology, nearly as many minors, and 8 cooperative degree programs. Through in-depth study in traditional and interdisciplinary programs, we prepare students to identify and develop productive solutions to the many challenges facing regional, national, and global civil society. Candidates for the degrees from the School of Communications, Media, and the Arts are now entering the Convocation Hall. The School of Communications, Media, and the Arts bring together programs related to the study and creation of messages through art and music, electronically and via the spoken word. The school combines the strengths of fine and performing arts programs in art, music, and theater with the highly diverse Department of Communication Studies. 9 undergraduate degree options and 3 master's degrees are offered in addition to interdisciplinary majors and minors. Graduates in this division are identified by tri-colored cords representing brown for art and theater, crimson for communication studies, and pink for music. Undergraduate candidates for degrees from the School of Education are now proceeding towards the stage. Innovation and authentic learning has been a hallmark of SUNY Oswego since its founding in 1861. This creative spirit still thrives in the School of Education, where innovative methods grounded in research and early experiences in the field help students become teachers, counselors, school leaders, and wellness and technical professors ready to meet the challenges of today's global and diverse educational institutions and communities. The school is accredited by the Council for the Accreditation of Educator Preparation. Candidates for master's degrees and the Certificate of Advanced Study are now entering the Convocation Hall. The Division of Graduate Studies hosts more than 36 graduate programs across all 4 colleges and schools. Graduate students are able to access these programs at our Oswego and Syracuse campuses, online, and at certain work sites in the region. We provide an environment that produces the next generation of leaders who are interested in a global mindset, ethical communications, and an appreciation for diversity and inclusion. The emeriti and distinguished faculty of the State University of New York at Oswego are now joining the procession. Our distinguished faculty include several Fulbright scholars, leaders in their fields conducting millions of dollars in funded research, and most importantly, they are caring mentors who have made a difference in the lives of your students. The commencement platform party is entering the Convocation Hall. The platform party consists of the officers of the university, representatives from the SUNY Oswego College Council, and commencement speakers Peter Bacco, retired Chief Technology Officer, Corning Incorporated, and Virginia Donahue, founder of On Point for College. Completing the platform party is SUNY Oswego's 11th president, Dr. Peter O. Nwaso.
By authorization of the State University of New York Board of Trustees, the College Council, and the SUNY Oswego faculty, I declare the December commencement of the State University of New York at Oswego to be in session. Before we proceed with today's ceremony, the State University of New York would like to recognize, with respect, the Onondaga Nation, people of the Hills, or Central Firekeepers of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the indigenous peoples on whose ancestral lands SUNY Oswego now stands. Please join SUNY Oswego in acknowledging the Mohawk, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, Seneca, and Tuscarora nations, their elders, both past and present, as well as the future 7 generations yet to come. Consistent with the university's values of diversity and equity, inclusion and social justice, this acknowledgement demonstrates our commitment to cultivating relationships with Native American communities through academic collaborations, historical recognitions, and community service in order to dismantle the legacies of conquest and colonization. And now, please remain standing or please rise for the singing of the national anthem by Kaylee Foster. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration at SUNY Oswego, I extend a warm welcome to our graduates, their families, friends, and guests. My name is Elizabeth Dunn-Schmidt. I am a member of the faculty at SUNY Oswego and chair of the Faculty Assembly. I would now like to introduce the members of the platform party. From my left, in the second row, Dean of the School of Education, Laura Spenceley. Dean of the School of Communication, Media, and the Arts, Jennifer Knapp. Dean of the School of Business, Prabhakar Kotandaraman. Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Kristen Croyle. Vice President of Development and Alumni Engagement, Mary Canali. In the front row, Chief Diversity and Inclusion Officer, Kendra Cadogan. Vice President for Student Affairs, Kathleen Kerr. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Scott Furlong. From my right, in the second row, President of the Student Association, Austin Davis. Dean of Extended Learning, Jill Pippin. Dean of Graduate Studies, Kristen Eichhorn. Vice President for Administration and Finance, Victoria Furlong. Vice President of Enrollment Management, Corey Bezek. In the front row, College Council Member, Tara Fitzgibbons. Commencement Speaker and Honorary Degree Recipient, retired Chief Technology Officer at Corning Glass Technologies, Corning Incorporated, Peter Bacco. Commencement Speaker and Honorary Degree Recipient, retired Executive Director of On Point for College, Virginia Donahue. President of the University, Peter Wosu. I now give you SUNY Oswego's President, Dr. Peter Wosu.
Thank you, Dr. Schmidt. It is indeed with great joy that I welcome all of our friends and families, faculty and staff members, honored guests, and most importantly, our graduates of the SUNY Oswego class of 2023. This is our December commencement ceremony. Indeed, today is a day of great joy, and I'm thrilled to celebrate this milestone with all of you. It is also special for me, a special day, as it is my first commencement ceremony as the 11th president of this storied institution. To our SUNY Oswego class of 2023, Today is the day we recognize your countless hours of hard work, countless hours of dedication, countless hours of persistence, hours that have led to the completion of your academic program. Today is a day when you get your moment to walk across the stage and to celebrate with your family and loved ones. Today is a day that this institution, this university has prepared for you. Your commencement, the beginning of your next adventure. And I want to say congratulations on this significant milestone. I now present to you a distinguished member of our College Council, Tara Fitzgibbons, who will deliver remarks on behalf of the Council. Tara.
On behalf of the SUNY Oswego College Council, it is my distinct pleasure to extend greetings to Oswego's class of 2023, and of course their family and friends. Graduation is a rich tradition that recognizes the achievement, hard work, and sacrifices that our graduates and that all of you in the audience, parents, spouses, children, supporters, have contributed in order to arrive at this joyful day. Graduates, today we offer our wholehearted congratulations on a job well done. May your Oswego degree be your passport to the future and help guide you on your continuing quest for knowledge in a world filled with promise and opportunity. Congratulations and good luck. I now give you Vice President Kathleen Kerr, who will introduce your student speaker.
Thank you, Tara. As Vice President for Student Affairs, I congratulate the graduates and their friends and families. Students are at the core of everything we do at SUNY Oswego, and our entire university community revels in your accomplishments today. It is my honor to introduce our student speaker and Student Association President, Austin Davis. A senior with a double major in economics and in philosophy, politics, and economics from Plattsburgh, Austin has thrived in many campus leadership opportunities. In addition to being Student Association President, his on-campus involvement includes being a starting player on the men's varsity tennis team, coaching the Oswego Women's Club hockey team, and serving on the executive board of the Alpha Phi Omega Co-ed Community Service Honors Fraternity. Austin also has participated in the Oswego State Music Ensembles, staffed the Vote Oswego registration project, and helped coordinate the philosophy, politics, and economics reading group. Austin also has been a health policy intern with the Academy for Radiology and Biomedical Imaging Research in Washington, D.C., and a ski instructor for the New York Olympic Regional Development Authority. Please join me in welcoming Austin Davis.
Good morning, President Wosu, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the Lakers class of 2023. I am incredibly grateful and honored to serve as your student commencement speaker today to celebrate this pivotal moment in your lives. However, we don't reach these milestones moments easily, directly, or on our own. And often, once we do arrive, it is to a place that was not our original intended destination, but we find ourselves in the seat we are in or the places we're going, and these moments deserve reflection. Regardless of the circuitous routes we have taken, once the pomp and circumstance has ceased, we should all reflect on how many things had to go right or wrong to be here right now in this very moment. But as for the things that do go right, I find it often comes from the people we have met and those who have helped us along the way. Now, to help us all connect and reflect deeper on this, I'd like to share with you all a story. One that was told to me many years ago before I even considered Oswego to be my home away from home. Charles Plum was a U.S. Navy jet pilot, executed an impressive 75 missions during the Vietnam War. However, on his 76th mission, his plane was obliterated by a surface-to-air missile. Ejecting from the aircraft, he descended into enemy territory and was captured. Years later, after the war, while Plum and his wife were dining out at a restaurant, a man at another table approached them, saying, "You're Plum. You flew fighter jets in Vietnam. You were shot down." Plum was puzzled. He was almost sure he had never seen the man before in his life and questioned how he could possibly know this information. When he asked, the man responded, "I packed your parachute." Gasping in surprise, he shook the man's hand, and the man remarked, "I guess it worked." Plum reassured him, saying, "It sure did. If your chute hadn't worked, I wouldn't be here today." The two men chatted for a little bit before parting their ways, but later that night, Plum couldn't get much sleep. He pondered what the man may have looked like in a Navy uniform, wearing a white hat, bib on the back, and bell-bottom trousers. Plum wondered how many times he may have crossed paths without acknowledging the sailor's existence, because he was a fighter pilot and the other man just a sailor. Plum envisioned the countless hours the sailor had spent at a long wooden table in the bowels of the ship, meticulously weaving shrouds of folding silk for each parachute, holding in his hands the fate of every pilot and giving each one a chance to make it home. Now, I'd like to take this moment to ask everyone in the arena and those at home watching online to close your eyes. Parents and staff included. Think about who has packed your parachute. Who has helped you get to this moment right now? Are they a parent, relative, a brother or sister? Are they a friend, a teammate, coach, coworker, professor, or staff member? Think of the people who are here with you today or eagerly await you back home. Or for some, those who have left this place and are in a better world. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about that special person. You may open your eyes. If you are able to after this ceremony, I ask you to thank them. Thank them for supporting you, for encouraging you, for inspiring you, for believing in you, and especially for packing your parachute. As you stand at the threshold of new beginnings, gazing beyond these familiar doors, the possibilities that await you are boundless. Some of you may find yourselves retracing your steps back to these familiar grounds, while others venture to the unknown, uncertain where life may take them. Regardless of the path you choose, I humbly ask you all a favor. In this moment of commencement, embrace the spirit of leadership. Take ownership in your actions and find pride in the meaningful contributions you all make. Leadership isn't confined by titles or positions. It's a commitment to excellence in every facet of life, whether in your workplace, community, or in your personal pursuits. Remember, The world is adorned with many exceptional leaders who lead quietly without fanfare or titles. As you embark on this new chapter, be a beacon of inspiration to those around you. Illuminate the path with your passion, integrity, and resilience. Greatness is not defined by titles, but by the positive impact you create. Whether you find yourself in a leadership position or not, let your actions resonate the essence of true leadership. Bear this in mind. Your journey is not just your own. It's an opportunity to light the way for others. Never underestimate the importance you play in the lives of others. Do this favor for me, and one day, you might be the person someone else thinks of when they are asked the question, who has packed your parachute? Thank you, graduates. I wish you the best in the next step of your journeys. And with that, I give you Scott Furlong, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Good morning, and let me add my congratulations as well as those on behalf of the faculty to the graduates today. SUNY Oswego enjoys a long relationship with nearby Fort Drum and numerous veterans groups in central New York and hosts a vibrant ROTC program on campus. We are dedicated to providing a welcoming and supportive environment for our veterans and military student population, and our university in turn is enriched by their presence. In recognition of your contributions to this nation and to this university, would our students wearing red, white, and blue cords, and anyone, including family and guests, who have served in our nation's armed forces, please stand so we may acknowledge your service and express our gratitude. Thank you. You can be seated. And now, will the parents, spouses, families, and friends of our graduates please rise and accept our grateful recognition? Finally, will the faculty, emeriti faculty, and professional staff with us today please rise and accept our expression of appreciation for all of your work on behalf of our students and graduates. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure and privilege to recognize our retiring faculty and professional staff. Please stand and remain standing when your name is read. Saeed Atri, Professor of Economics, is retiring after 42 years of service to the university. David Bozak, Associate Professor of Computer Science and Psychology, is retiring after 42 years of service to the university. Michael Pisa, Associate Director of Campus Technology Services, is retiring after 42 years of service to the university. We wish to express our gratitude to Saeed, David, and Mike for their exemplary service to SUNY Oswego. We wish you well in what we hope will be a long, engaging, and productive retirement. We hope that you will return often to campus. You will be greatly missed. Thank you. I now have the distinct honor to present Peter Bacco, candidate for the degree Honorary Doctorate of Science honoris causa. Peter Bacco, SUNY Oswego class of 1975, your one-of-a-kind career, including being recognized as one of the nation's foremost glass experts, is something you have credited back to your years as an undergraduate chemistry student at SUNY Oswego because of the experience you gained through your coursework and undergraduate summer research experiences with our faculty. This experience you have shared was key to your acceptance at Cornell University for graduate school, where you earned a doctorate in physical chemistry that propelled you to joining Corning Incorporated as a senior scientist in 1979. You had a storied career over more than 3 decades at Corning, and you retired as Chief Technology Officer of Corning Glass Technologies. While at Corning, you were responsible for leading the creation and delivery of glass technology as new products for emerging applications to global markets. Under your leadership in both laboratory and commercial domains, Corning invented a series of highly engineered glasses for LCD substrates and protective cover glass, including Eagle XG and Gorilla Glass, which are now used worldwide in billions of devices that have enabled the information age. As SUNY Oswego's Alumni magazine noted back in April 2011, if you are one of the 100 million Americans with smartphones, that's larger now, chances are you are holding the work of a fellow Oswego alumnus. Your significant achievements are nationally and internationally regarded. You hold 13 patents in diverse areas of material science over the course of your 35-year career with Corning Incorporated. You envision and communicated as a spokesperson a future where content currently housed on smartphones and tablet PCs would be everywhere, where all the apps that keep us informed and connected could be summoned by a touch on a bathroom mirror or from within a kitchen countertop. The vision you outlined is now our global reality. During many visits, you speak with SUNY students. You have emphasized the importance of interdisciplinarity and varied educational experience, and the need for repetition to master skill and understanding. You have encouraged students to explore co-curricular activities and other experiences outside of their major. In appreciation for the education that you and your spouse, Andrea Guglielmo Bacco, 73, and master's in 1975, received at SUNY Oswego, you established a need-based endowed scholarship to enable a SUNY Oswego student to have a summer research experience with a faculty member like you had. Since then, you have increased your gift to fund paid summer research opportunities to chemistry students in perpetuity, and in doing so, help those students develop the knowledge and skills needed to help transform the world and the way we live. In recognition of your vast global contributions to science and technology, and for your generous contributions to the world of science and the lives of students, past and future, the State University of New York honors you, Peter Bacco, with an honorary Doctor of Science. Peter, would you and President Wosu please join me at the podium?
Thank you, Provost Folong. By virtue of the authority vested in me, the faculty of the State University of New York concurring, I confer upon Peter Bacco the degree Honorary Doctor of Science, honoris causa, and invest him with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token thereof, I hand you the diploma and direct that you be vested with a hood appropriate to this degree. Members of the SUNY Oswego campus community, please join me in congratulating our honorary degree recipient and welcoming your commencement speaker, Dr. Peter Bacco.
you to come this way.
First, I want to express my gratitude to SUNY Oswego for this unexpected honor. I have said many times, and will continue to say, given half a chance, that my modest accomplishments were built upon the foundation of my 4 years at Oswego. I owe so much to this institution. One of our joys in retirement has been due to the openness, creativity, and generosity of the Alumni Office, the staff, the faculty, the students, in engaging my wife Andrea and I during our frequent returns to campus. My roots in Oswego go deep. My French, Canadian, and Irish ancestors came to the city as laborers, domestics, and craftspeople almost 2 centuries ago. My father, uncle, my brother, my wife graduated from Oswego and had careers in education of great impact. Receiving this honorary degree humbles me. Who am I to be singled out for this honor? And what possible words of encouragement can I offer you graduates? But you will be relieved that I shall not offer any advice. That would be quite hypocritical of me. Because if the facts were known, I never took anybody's advice until I was, 50 years old or so. I have always had to find my own way, for better and for worse, and there was a lot of worse, and I suspect many of you graduates will as well. I do want to congratulate the graduates and their family on this achievement to be proud of. Your emotions at this moment may be relief, exhaustion, and perhaps anxiety. Receiving your bachelor's or your master's degree may not feel all that special at this moment, since you are surrounded by your peers who have attained the same. But think for a moment of all of those that you have known who wandered off along the way, or those who never began. And for those of you who may feel some apprehension on what the future may bring, I can state one fact with great certainty. The Oswego grad can compete with anybody in the world. And I have been there, out in the world I mean, so you can take my word for that. But I do have one humble suggestion for graduates. While I was never one to take advice, I did find myself throughout my career, consciously or unconsciously, aspiring to the admirable behaviors that I observed in my Oswego professors. Just 2 examples will suffice. And don't think that this is just about the good old days, because I have come to know faculty and staff and administration of your generation, and as role models, they are every bit as worthy as in my day. Professor Ken Hyde, who sponsored me with an undergraduate research scholarship that changed my life, taught me that a scientist who commands respect should be modest and listen far more than expound upon one's own ideas. As a research mentor, Ken patiently allowed me to exercise creativity rather than just making me check off tasks on his list. As I became a manager for Corning, I aspired to his level of trust in my subordinates. Finally, Ken modeled for me that structured, results-oriented learning is a lifetime activity. My most challenging class as an undergraduate was chemical applications of group theory. Ken had sat in as a faculty member on one of the classes himself before and had done the tedious homework that the course required. Geez, I thought, doesn't having a PhD mean that you never have to do homework again? Manifestly not. Professor Gus Silvera demonstrated a leadership style that also had great influence upon my own. Gus taught organic chemistry, a rite of passage for all chemistry and biology majors. It was a tough course. He had a unique teaching style, not making eye contact with the class. But when it was time for discussion, watch out. Gus didn't wait for volunteer or show of hands on who wanted to answer one of his heuristic questions. He would pick a student at random. It was extremely intimidating. And when it was my turn, if I did well, his praise was so heartfelt and effusive. Well, I would have jumped into Lake Ontario in my lab coat if he had asked. And if I answered poorly, he took responsibility himself for failing to communicate the concept. Praising accomplishment and taking part of the responsibility for failure. What a great recipe to build a loyal and motivated organization. Fall 2023 SUNY Oswego graduates, I congratulate you once more. Now is time, I suggest, to take inventory and codify the characteristic of those professors and staff who have influenced your own growth, and then aspire to them. If you do so, I guarantee it, you cannot fail. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, for those inspiring words. I now have the distinct honor to present Virginia Donahue, candidate for the degree, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Virginia Donahue, SUNY Oswego class of 1988, you were recognized in 2015 by the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, AACSB, as an influential leader who, quote, embodies how one person can help change the world. And your life-transforming work was also recognized by U.S. President Barack Obama. These recognitions are so accurate and well-deserved, and the actions behind that recognition are why you are receiving an honorary doctorate of humane letters from the State University of New York today. Your world-changing work began in 1999 when you founded On Point for College, a Syracuse-based nonprofit with the mission to, quote, break down barriers that prevent young, underserved individuals from achieving education and career success. To date, On Point for College has helped over 10,000 students enroll in college, and of those, over 4,000 have graduated with over 5,000 degrees. Through your tireless dedication, effective collaboration with countless private and public partners, and remarkable leadership, you have grown On Point for College from a one-person volunteer effort that was you helping students access college to creating a now long-standing fixture in our central New York region. Today, On Point for College services all of Cayuga, Cortland, Herkimer, Madison, Onondaga, Oneida, and Oswego counties. On Point for College volunteers have logged over 442,000 miles, shuttling students back and forth to college. The organization also partnered with regional employers to create a paid internship experience, which results in more than 230 unique experiences. Although you retired as executive director of On Point for College in 2016, you remain active with the organization as a board member and supporting special projects. In addition, you now serve as the board chair for the South Sudan Villages Clinic, Inc., an international nonprofit founded by an On Point for College alumnus and Lost Boy, Fidel Han. In its first 4.5 years, this 7-room clinic has provided health care for over 56,000 patients. SUNY Oswego was privileged to have you among its highly esteemed alumni. Together, you and SUNY Oswego have collaborated to secure federal funding as partners in a 2015 $2.8 million first-in-the-world grant to improve college attainment in central New York. You also helped SUNY Oswego prepare a successful fall 2019 Collegiate Science and Technology Entry Program, C-STEP program, application. Over the last 2 decades, SUNY Oswego has hosted and enrolled scores of On Point for College students and has worked closely with On Point for College to support the success of students across the region, with several On Point volunteers among SUNY Oswego's faculty and staff. Your remarkable leadership, significant professional achievement, and tireless volunteerism make you an exemplary person and role model. Therefore, in recognition of your vast contributions to thousands of students and to New York's education, business, and community members, the State University of New York honors you, Virginia Donahue, with an Honorary Doctor of Humane Letters. Ginny, would you and President Wosu please join me at the podium?
Thank you, Provost Forlong. By virtue of the authority vested in me, the faculty of the State University of New York concurring, I confer upon Virginia Donahue the degree Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa and invest her with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. In token, therefore, I hand you the diploma and direct that you be vested with the hood appropriate to this degree. Members of the SUNY Oswego campus community, please join me in congratulating our honorary degree recipient and welcoming your commencement speaker, Dr. Virginia Donahue.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank President Nwosu, the trustees, Christy Eck, and particularly the graduates for allowing me the honor to speak to you today. You went the distance. You did it. You had to balance your school life with home life and sometimes work life. Life happened, COVID happened, and you still made it. And congratulations to all of you. I received an accounting degree here, but it taught me so much more than accounting. It helped me in the corporate world. It helped me in the nonprofit world. And believe me, a nonprofit is a business. It taught me how to plan a business, market it. It taught me how to negotiate. It's helped me through life. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my journey, share with you a couple of my core beliefs that have helped me to have energy and compassion, and also persistence through life. And then I'd like to tell you my favorite story ever. Okay. While working in the corporate world, I started as a volunteer helping young people in a program for chronically homeless youth 8 miles from here. My dream in life was to help people who never thought they had a chance to go to college to be able to go to college. When one of the students from that program said to me, "Because of you, I'm going to have my dream. What's your dream? What's your passion?" I quit my corporate job and started On Point for College. My goal was that I would try to find 1,000 people that never thought they could ever go to college before I died, and to help them go to college. So On Point for College began, first with volunteers, and then it grew. Financial aid, applications, bedding, backpack, clothes, textbooks, rides to college, summer housing, and even dentistry. When I retired in 2006, let me get this right, there were 8,700 students that had enrolled in college. So I think somebody had bigger dreams than I did. If you don't know anybody in your family or in your neighborhood that ever went to college, you just don't think it's in the cards for you. It reminds me about Johnny. First of all, the kids used to call me Miss D or Mama Ginny or G-Dog. So Johnny said to me, he lived in a rough neighborhood in Syracuse, and he said to me, Miss D, for real, am I going to college? I said, hey, you got into Delhi. As long as you walk that stage at Nottingham and you're not in the wrong place at the wrong time, you will absolutely go to college. Can I bring my friends, Miss D? I said, sure. He came back with 15 friends. We got all 15 of them into college. One of them went to Hobart and William Smith, one went to St. John Fisher. Right? But he said to me, I think I should be insulted, Miss D. And I said, why should you be insulted? He goes, I don't know. Every time I told someone I was going to college, they said, Johnny, if you can go to college, I know I can go to college. So, anyway. Since I passed the torch to Samuel Rouser, who was put on this earth for the same reason I was, he has extended the program to 6 different counties, and I'm so happy for that. So let me just share a couple of core beliefs that have helped me along the way. I have this firm belief that if a person has just one person in their life that truly cares about them and is willing to share the playbook with them, what that person can achieve is almost unlimited. So if you have had that person in your life, here's your chance to thank them. And I would hope that you would become that caring person for somebody else. Sometimes you see potential in someone before they can even see it themselves, and it's your belief in them that helps them to persist through. The second thing that I have found has to do with please ask for help. I can't tell you the number of people that have said to me that they wanted to know what was my plan B. If On Point for College didn't work out, what was my plan B going to be? There was never a plan B, not for 1 minute. I knew that if I came across a problem that was huge, that somebody out there knew the answer to that problem, and I just had to figure out who the person was, and I had to ask for help. So ask. Ask until you ask the right person. Ask until you ask at the right time. Ask until you ask the right way, but please ask for help. Before I go on to the third thing, I need to mention that after I left On Point for College, I have been working as a volunteer to help Fidelity Dean with his clinic in South Sudan. It's called South Sudan Villages Clinic. All right, the third core belief that I want to share with you. When you find your path in life, I believe I found what I was put on this earth for. It's something that not just benefits you, but it benefits other people too. Serendipitous things that will happen to you that will just propel you forward. There will be miracles. When I used to go home at night after I started On Point, my husband would ask me, what is the miracle of the day? I remember Gandhi saying that if you're doing what you should do in life, the person you need to see will absolutely pop out of the pavement. What I'd like to share with you is my favorite story and is my biggest miracle. Many years ago, when On Point had started around 2002, a very tall man, 6'7", Fidelity Dean, walked into the office, and he was the first lost boy from Sudan I had ever met. He had gotten into UB. He needed to be there in 2 days. He had $200, and he had nowhere to live. Way back then, I had a volunteer sitting next to me named Tom. Fidelity said, my teacher said, maybe you can get me a place to live. I was like, oh my God. I didn't have enough money to even get him rent for 1 month. So I turned to Tom and I said, Tom, I need you to find a priest in Buffalo who's willing to let Fidelity live there for $200 a month, and I need it by tomorrow morning. So he said, not asking for much, are you, Jenny? So I was like, well, that's what I need. He was back at 9 o'clock the next morning, and he said, I found a place for him to live, but he wants to meet him today, and then I'll drive him back tomorrow when he can move in. I said, okay. So he meets him, he comes back. I said, Fidelity, this is a great deal. They'll even feed you. But you have to walk 4 miles to the nearest bus stop. And he said, Ginny, I walked 1,000 miles. What's another 4? So he moved in, and he graduated from UB, and then his phone stopped working. And there was a teacher named Sabra that had been kind of a mentor to him. And I was asking her, anybody have Fideli's new phone number? Nobody had it. I get a call from Sabra, and Sabra says, Ginny, I don't care what you're doing, open your email right now. I found Fideli Dean. I opened it up, and there was an article from Maryknoll magazine. They said that this young man had arrived in Buffalo and that 16 different youth groups got together and built a clinic for him in his hometown of Koyim in South Sudan. But that wasn't the miracle. They said on the day that he arrived, Father said to him, at last I can have some peace. And he asked him why. And he said, 8 years ago I was watching Dateline, and there were some starving little children who had just arrived in Ethiopia from Sudan, and one of them with a white blanket on his shoulders looked into the camera, and I prayed for that child every day for 8 years. And Fideli said, did you tape the show? And he said, I did. He put the tape in, and when the face came up, Fideli said, that's me. And that was the biggest miracle that I've ever seen. So, if you will grant me 1 minute of thank yous. First of all, I want to thank my mother, Felicia DeLucia, who's 97 and is watching online with my sister, Debbie. Hi, Mom. Okay, the love of my life, John Donahue, my daughter, Stanley, my son, Adam, and Jenny, my daughter-in-law. I would like to thank all of them. Fideli, thank you. Fideli Dean, the head of South Sudan Villages Clinic, and Samuel Rouser, the head of On Point for College. I would like to thank both of you. And my On Point family over there. All right, thank you. Finally, I would like to thank my brother David, who has spent 15 years of his life bringing heart health to Jamaica, starting with a single defibrillator and now sending pallets of medical supplies via the Canadian Air Force to Jamaica, which he distributes to first responders and also to emergency rooms. My family members who have volunteered for the Lean-To Rescue, which helped to rebuild or restore over 100 lean-tos in the Adirondack Park. And finally, to my sister Lori, who spent many years as a suicide counselor for veterans. I am proud to be your sister. I'm proud to be your mom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ginny, for those inspiring words. I now invite Kristen Eichhorn, Dean of Graduate Studies, to the podium.
Good morning. Candidates for the Postmaster's Certificate of Advanced Study, Master's Degree, and Graduate Certificate, please rise. President Wosu, I have the honor to present these candidates for the Postmaster's Certificate of Advanced Study, the Master's Degree, and the Graduate Certificate.
Thank you, Dean Eichhorn. By the authority vested in me by the University of the State of New York, the Board of Trustees, and faculty of the university, I confer on you the Postmaster's Certificate of Advanced Study, the Master's Degree, and the Graduate Certificate, and invest you with all rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. To signify this honor, Master's Degree graduates will have the hood bestowed upon them, and I say congratulations on behalf of our university.
graduate degree recipients, please come forward to be hooded. We ask that all families and guests please hold their applause until all the names are read, and this will ensure that each and every graduate name is heard. Recipients of the Postmaster Certificate of Advanced Study have received the highest level award granted by the university, which often includes up to 40 credits beyond the master's degree. These graduates are already hooded. The master's degree recipients will be hooded on stage today. The hood is a special part of the academic regalia that denotes scholarly and professional achievements. These colorful hoods are reserved for those individuals who have attained academic degrees beyond the bachelor's degree. The hoods are lined with the official colors of the university conferring the degree. Hoods are edged with velvet of the color appropriate for the field of study, and they're mentioned on page 9 in your commencement program. The hooding ceremony at SUNY Oswego signifies a scholarly and personal achievement. Our Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs is joined by the Academic Dean and will place the hood on the graduate student as a symbol of passage from student to master.
Alexia Yurden, Master of Science in Education, Adolescence Education, Biology.
Evelyn Vidal, Master of Science, Graduate Certificate, Mental Health Counseling, Interdisciplinary Trauma Studies.
Deborah Canty, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Kane Coffey, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Travis Coart, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Jennifer Swanson, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Elizabeth Hanlon, Master of Science, Graduate Certificate, Mental Health Counseling, Interdisciplinary Trauma Studies.
Maggie Pruzanowski, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Bridget Kane, Master of Science, Mental Health Counseling.
Jeffrey Rodman, Certificate of Advanced Study, Educational Leadership.
Carlos Rojas, Master of Science, Graduate Certificate, Mental Health Counseling, Interdisciplinary Trauma Studies.
Isaac McGee, Master of Science in Education, Business and Marketing Education.
Kelly Laffey, Master of Science in Education, Business and Marketing Education.
Jessica Talmadge, Master of Science in Education, Family and Consumer Sciences Education.
Raina Shea, Master of Science in Education, Literacy Education.
Alyssa Karras, Master of Science in Education, Literacy Education.
Anderson Donahue, Master of Science in Education, Literacy Education.
Brianna Socker, Master of Science in Education, Childhood Education.
Caroline Sincavage, Master of Science in Education, Childhood Education.
Christina Marrow, Master of Science in Education, Adolescence Education, English.
Kelly Retberg, Master of Science in Education, Business and Marketing Education.
Anthony Sweet, Master of Science in Education, Business and Marketing Education.
Karen Nabrizny, Master of Arts, Graphic Design and Digital Media.
Sarah Cooper, Master of Arts, Strategic Communication.
Caitlin Ennis, Master of Arts, Strategic Communication.
Christopher Iman, Master of Arts, Strategic Communication.
Aidan Strasberg, Master of Business Administration, Management.
Naomi McMullen, Master of Business Administration, Management.
Joanne Powell, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Administration.
Timothy Shinto, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Administration.
Thomas Pecchia, Master of Business Administration, Management.
Ogi Umasabor Bubu, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Administration.
John Colwell, Master of Business Administration, Public Accounting.
Joanna Cotton, Master of Business Administration, Management.
Dr. Christian Holcomb, MD, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Administration.
Kaylee Waugh, Master of Business Administration, Accounting Management 5-year program.
Otto Neubauer, Master of Business Administration, Health Services Administration.
Eric Stone, Master of Business Administration, Healthcare Administration.
Carrion Brown, Master of Business Administration, Management.
You're next. Arthur Oakley, Master of Arts, Human-Computer Interaction.
Clara Tribunella, Master of Arts, Human-Computer Interaction.
Annabelle Sharon, Master of Arts, Graduate Certificate, Human-Computer Interaction, Integrated and Social Media.
Otis Bala, Master of Science, Biomedical and Health Informatics.
Join me in offering congratulations to our graduates. I now give you Kristen Croyle, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, please rise. President Wosu, I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Baccalaureate degree candidates, please come forward to receive congratulations from your dean and president. We ask that families and guests please hold their applause until all names are read. This will ensure that each and every graduate's name is heard.
Starlord Kelkowski, summa cum laude.
Greg Holliday, summa cum laude.
Samantha Perkins, summa cum laude.
Richard Barnes, summa cum laude.
An Du, summa cum laude.
Brian Vanella, summa cum laude.
Julia Sinzer, summa cum laude.
Catherine Bablin, summa cum laude.
Danny Avery, summa cum laude.
Brian Morano, summa cum laude.
Kimberly Lewandowski.
Sierra Colombini, cum laude.
John Harrington.
Kaylee Foster, cum laude.
Christopher Toussaint.
Jiu Kim, magna cum laude.
Sebam Park.
Melvin Caban.
Caitlin Gulata.
Daniela Lopez Melendez, magna cum laude.
Carmen Brathen, cum laude.
Leslie Preza.
Moise Apollon.
Micaiah Reed.
Jessica Pelkey, cum laude.
Bailey Perez, cum laude.
Laura Vellucci.
Joshua Kelly.
Andrews Opari.
Dylan Sobrino, magna cum laude.
Haley Damacolo.
Brandon Gonzalez.
Danielle Boxel.
Leslie Ann Polanco.
Jonathan Lima.
Kalia Weston Allen, magna cum laude.
Gian Carter.
Zachary Palmo, cum laude.
Kayla DeModno.
Savannah Eckerson, magna cum laude, College Honors Program.
Rachel Takich.
Chibuke Obona.
Sven Kappeler.
Mustafa Temsa.
Mayank Giri, cum laude.
Tristan Caruana, cum laude.
Sandra Kwasniak, cum laude.
Olivia Flood, cum laude.
Karina Banji.
Abigail Hall.
Hannah Fogg.
Kendall McDonald.
Catherine Anderson.
Anthony Belak.
Samantha Shear, cum laude.
Tia Randolph.
Janara Rosales.
Brooke Greenier.
Camilla Morales.
Jacob Klein.
Jillian Carey, cum laude.
Cody Thresher, cum laude.
Julia Brown, cum laude.
Kayla Carnes.
Keisha Ndema.
Juan Montenegro.
Lauren Dubord.
Loki Kennedy.
Kaz Natal.
Shyla Luna.
Raina Becker.
Destiny Perez.
Jessica Stockham.
Autumn McAllister.
Mark Maxon.
Delvon Sullivan.
Autumn Rain Flutie.
Connor Whiteside.
Allison Gears.
Liliana Gonzalez.
Jacob Andrew Suplicki.
Haley Gamble.
Jabel Alcantara.
Isabella Wadi, magna cum laude.
Marangeli Kirandongo Morales.
Noel Vargas, cum laude.
Austin Vincent.
Michael Kennelly.
Casey Amato.
Ian Gillison.
Luke Storms, magna cum laude.
Joseph Wilson.
Cameron Shepard.
Natalia Burrell.
Sanaya Wynn, cum laude.
Just hold up a sec. Christopher Parks.
Harain Daly.
James Roach.
Justin Thomas.
Hold up, Giovanni. Giovanni Luke.
Patrick Schmidt.
Jack Gerke.
Noel Hart.
Taslina Ireland.
Alexis Cranmer.
Emily Edwards.
Courtney Weaver, magna cum laude.
Delaney Eef.
Brittany Kirkland.
Charlotte Hatton.
Sierra Furman.
Anthony Paradiso.
Scarlett Weeks.
Keith Allen, cum laude, College Honors Program.
Ryan Nelson, cum laude.
Selena Ortiz.
Trevor Strickland.
Vidal Williams, cum laude.
Morgan Shines, cum laude.
Denise De Leon.
Alejandra Washington, cum laude.
Victoria Bodie.
Justice Charles.
Justin Charles.
Abdurrazak Sheel.
Ronald Lamoth, cum laude.
Rashawn Adi.
Raymond Rodriguez.
Please join me in offering congratulations to the graduates. I now give you Prabhakar Kotandaraman, Dean of the School of Business.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the School of Business, please rise. President Vasu. I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Baccalaureate degree candidates, please come forward to receive congratulations from your dean and the president. We ask that all families and guests please hold their applause until all names are read. This will ensure that each and every graduate's name is heard.
John Sherman, summa cum laude.
Raven Seabrook, summa cum laude.
Amy Steckel, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Lemmy, summa cum laude.
Sing Yor Jang, summa cum laude.
Pian Yang, cum laude.
Hunter Pullis.
Reese Dean Coel.
Colleen Wicks.
Bai Masen Jalo.
Tia Sims, cum laude.
Travis Robert Dominic.
Devin Nicholson, magna cum laude.
Connor Smart, magna cum laude.
Holly Halsey.
Kaylee Van Alstyne, magna cum laude.
Alexis Gears.
Aditya Pare.
Ashith Raj Desai, cum laude.
Brendan Murphy.
Justin Peckman.
Nisanga Mendes.
Alexandra Gill.
Aaron Maber.
Dominique DiLiberto.
Bronwyn Campo.
Halong Ji.
Patrick Porter, cum laude.
Jacquelina Vigliati.
Lillian Brzee.
Jefferson Puma.
Chelsea Curry.
Calissa Santiago.
Courtney Hazen, cum laude.
Ashley Clement.
Misha Ornat.
Vanessa Fernandez Toledano.
Jack Gualpa.
Matthew Reel.
Kyra Edwards.
Daniela De Leon.
Charles Opong.
Dabo Mininim Kio Ame Ofore.
Please join me in offering congratulations to the graduates. I now give you Jennifer Knapp, Dean of the School of Communication, Media, and the Arts.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the School of Communication, Media, and the Arts, please rise. President Wosu, I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Baccalaureate degree candidates, please come forward to receive congratulations from your dean and president. We ask that all families and guests please hold their applause until the names are read. This will ensure that each and every graduate's name is heard.
It's getting loud. Chloe Hill, summa cum laude.
Ashley Peretta, summa cum laude.
Riley Ipe, summa cum laude.
Garrett Chan, summa cum laude, College Honors Program.
Sydney Rowley, summa cum laude.
Kevin Simmons.
Natalie Mahar, cum laude.
Zachary Mash.
Jacob Riley.
Sydney Gromoski, cum laude.
Dahlia Huynh.
Wang Pham, magna cum laude.
David Schulman, magna cum laude.
Anthony Santos Leverich.
Sarah Papour, cum laude.
Nicholas Wallace.
Martine Orta.
Matthew Conklin.
Anna Jolie Roeder.
Catherine Walsh.
Abigail Blumowski, magna cum laude.
Naviera Spearman.
Abigail Luce, cum laude.
Gracie Dardar, magna cum laude.
Murrin Keating Purcella.
Jessica DuPont.
Stephen Thompson.
Lillian Sviatowski.
Lila Budisa, cum laude.
Jasmine Rentas, cum laude.
Charlie So, cum laude.
Zaira Taylor.
Joseph Fair.
Just hold up, people. PJ.
Just wait, just wait. Wait. Matthews Frank.
Nija Shepard.
Gabrielle West.
Please join me in offering congratulations to our graduates. I now give you Laura Spenceley, Dean of the School of Education.
Candidates for the baccalaureate degree in the School of Education, please rise. President Wosu, I have the honor to present these candidates for the baccalaureate degree. Baccalaureate degree candidates, please come forward to receive congratulations from your dean and the president. We ask that all families and guests please hold their applause until all names are read. This will ensure each and every graduate's name is heard.
Seth Perrin, summa cum laude.
Annabelle LaRobadier, summa cum laude.
Erin Wallavan, summa cum laude.
Alexandra Steele, summa cum laude.
Elizabeth Bodnar, summa cum laude.
Haley Meal, summa cum laude.
Isabella Nitty, summa cum laude.
Holly Onoff, summa cum laude.
Emily Lewis, summa cum laude.
How are you? Sarah Shalacy, magna cum laude.
Trinity Golden, magna cum laude.
Mariah Thrasher, cum laude.
Melissa Montera.
Juliana Joseph White.
Jonathan Clark.
Megan Tewill.
Elena Verbridge Day, magna cum laude.
Megan Odell, cum laude.
Skylar Fleming.
Haley Wade, cum laude.
Jocelyn Zender, cum laude.
Leah Tuck, magna cum laude.
Kayla Pinod, cum laude.
Kylie Haggerty, cum laude.
Emma Magnarelli.
Tiffany Amber Pass.
Jenna Kaufman, cum laude.
Kaylee Janes.
Caitlin McIntyre.
Paige Rollins, cum laude.
Callista Sasalos, cum laude.
Brianna Rosen, magna cum laude.
Heather Peters.
Leanne Stanley, magna cum laude.
Robert Camiso.
Rob Grasso.
Brent Nolan.
Luke Pinkney.
Zachary DeLong.
Maya Nita.
Brittany Chumberna.
Johnny Hong.
Emily Sichewski.
Sarah Maring, cum laude.
Please join me in offering congratulations to the graduates. I now call upon President Wosu to lead us in the conferring of the undergraduate degrees.
Thank you, Dean Spenceley, and all of our deans. Would all candidates for the baccalaureate degree please rise? By the authority vested in me by the University of the State of New York, the Board of Trustees, and the faculty of this university, I confer on all of you the baccalaureate degree and invest you with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereunto. To signify this honor, please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations. I now present to you, please remain standing. I now present to you Mary Canali, Vice President for Development and Alumni Engagement.
In 1886, the Oswego Normal School Alumni Association was formally established at the 25th anniversary of the university. For more than 137 years, the Alumni Association has connected more than 93,000 Oswego alumni and their alma mater through student programs, career networking, alumni events, philanthropic support, and reunions. On the special occasion that launches our newest graduates into the world to carry on the work of SUNY Oswego's founder, Edward Austin Sheldon, please join me in welcoming to the stage Kaylee Janes, who earned a Bachelor's of Science in Childhood Education with a concentration in English, and Otis Bala, who earned a Master's of Science in Biomedical and Health Informatics. Together, they will present the alumni banner on behalf of the class of 2023.
Good morning and congratulations to our fellow graduates. Otis and I are proud and honored to have been selected to welcome the class of 2023, the newest members of the Oswego Alumni Association.
It gives us great pleasure to present to you President Warsaw on behalf of the graduates of the class of 2023, a symbol of our growth, our accomplishments, our futures, and most importantly, our promise to maintain the rich heritage of Oswego and our unique network of more than 93,000 alumni who have graduated from this university before us. The class of 2023 banner.
You may be seated. Let me begin with an official congratulations, graduates of the class of 2023. Commencement denotes the day a university presents degrees or diplomas to its graduates. In a real sense, commencement marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. When you leave this storied institution, founded 162 years ago, you have before you a blank page on which you can continue to write the next chapter in your own life's story. You will join a wonderful cast. You will join a wonderful cast of fiercely loyal alumni who graduated from this institution and went on to write their own stories, leading fulfilling lives. Your education at SUNY Oswego gives you the knowledge and the skills to write your own stories. And some of you may wonder how to start that story. And I encourage each of you to look at your pair of shoes. Yes, go ahead and look at your shoes. And look down at your feet. And let's start there. Let's start there. You've all heard me tell the story of my own journey to this country. As an immigrant student, and the pair of shoes I wore when I came to this country. As a student, as an immigrant student, and I suspect some of you in this audience also began that journey as I began mine decades ago. Those shoes are in my office in Culkin Hall. Some of you have seen them. They are there today. They're a reminder of how far I have come and the journey I went through to write the next chapter of my life through a college education. And I often wondered where I would be without that education. And certainly not a professor at a university in the United States, certainly not your own president. But here I am. Here I am because of the power of education. The power of education to transform lives. And think of the day you arrived at this institution, your first day. And think of the pair of shoes you had when you arrived. Or the snow boots you came with when you got to this institution. Or even your own suitcase. And think of the moment. Think of that moment. Think of the knowledge you have gained from our committed faculty and staff who have guided and shepherded you. And here we are today celebrating that journey. Think about where your feet have traveled. Think about those shoes and what paths you have walked. Who you have met along the way at this institution, the exposure you have garnered, the equipment you have touched. You heard the story of Peter Boko and Jeannie Donahue, and what you have learned along the way by doing. Our motto is really learning by doing. Think of the trials and tribulations and the successes. Think of the many co-curricular activities you were involved at this institution, and think of how you have evolved, and you have grown, and you have matured. And I want you to tell those stories. Those stories don't define you. Those stories humble you. Those shoes don't define you. Those shoes humble you. And those shoes ought to be the values that you live here with as you continue the next chapter in your life. You've also heard me say that education ignites new possibilities. And listen to the story of these two alum who started their journey here at this institution and where they ended up. But this institution provided the opportunity that allowed those possibilities to be ignited. And I want you to leave this institution also thinking of possibilities. Education makes it possible to expand your imagination. Think about where your feet, your shoes have carried you. Think about new possibilities and where those shoes will carry you even farther. Your education here at this storied institution has and will continue to open doors in your life, but never stop learning. And like me, share your story so that others can be inspired. And share the story like our speakers this morning, our illustrious alumni who once were students like you and went on, as I mentioned, to achieve greater heights. Greater heights that have transformed not just them, but more lives. Greater heights that have transformed our communities, and greater heights that have transformed the world. Today, you are in the presence of many people who care about you. You're in the presence of your friends, your family members. You're also in the presence of the SUNY Oswego family, our faculty and staff. And take a moment now to think about how those people helped you, how they helped you to advance on your path, on your journey, and how they encouraged you each day to reach your educational and professional goals. Yes, they can still help you shape your life story, even as you continue the next chapter in your life, serving as editors who provide valuable feedback about how your narrative is progressing and offering other themes and topics to pursue. And I ask you, as you leave this institution today, to surround yourself with people who care about your story. But be open to new ideas and the views of others. And remember that just as you also have your own shoes, those other individuals, their own shoes, have walked different paths. Their experiences may not be the same as yours, but that's okay. That is good. Diversity of experience and thought make the characters in our stories more interesting. And differences also helps us identify those qualities among all people that are the same until that difference no longer makes a difference. Build on the foundations laid here. I ask you to become a lifelong learner and seek out opportunities to grow and to help develop new solutions to the grand challenges of our time. I know that our tomorrow is yet unwritten. I also know that we have prepared you to be the authors of that tomorrow. SUNY Oswego graduates, always remember your shoes, and may they carry you through an amazing journey of life. And always remember the halls you walked here at SUNY Oswego. That is my charge to you today, and we cannot wait. We cannot wait to hear and witness your stories unfold. Congratulations, 2023 graduates, and Godspeed. Godspeed.
Thank you, President Wosu, for those encouraging remarks. I now ask you all to please stand while Christopher Toussaint leads us in the singing of the alma mater. The words are printed on the back of your program and are displayed on the big screen.
Voices fill the air, singing reverently, pledging our school fair, truth and loyalty.
be seated. We're really close. We're almost there. All right. On behalf of the faculty and entire university community, I offer my congratulations to all our graduates, their families, and friends. Families and guests are requested to remain in their seats until all of the graduates have left the Convocation Hall. Immediately following the ceremony, you're invited to reunite with your graduate at a reception held in the Murano Campus Center Activity Court. President Wosu, I now declare the 2023 December commencement to be adjourned.